Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers BotBots Series 2 Spoiled Raw Tins. The second new team introduced in Series 2 of the BotBots. Spoiled runs are all disgusting, thrown away food, rotten tuna, spoiled cheese, core-eaten apples. It's the very sticky in here right now, I must say. P.U. But before we get into looking at them individually, let's take a look at a couple size comparisons. Here they are with a couple of Battlemasters and Micromasters, a tiny Turbo Changer, a current Deluxe class and Voyager class figure, and a not so current Legends class figure. So as always, we're going left to right alphabetically. First things first, Atomic Freeze. He is an expired smoothie. He thinks he's cool and chill. However, he is pretty much effectively a spoiled brat and thinks everything should be his way. He's got some very nice molding and the nice atomic symbol on the front with the black, the green goop and the pink oozing off the top. That's gross. That looks so gross. But the white cap is nice on there for the top of the soda, and as well as the straw, nicely molded. It's a nice bendy straw right there. Bit of a green, a lighter green or yellowish stripe around the side, and there's even some molding like underneath that hasn't been painted. That's like gooey and whatnot. The bottom's just flat. This feels very much like a retool of like the Sippy Slurps mold. I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, I mean, it also has the same engineering basically as the Energies mold from Series 1. So, yeah, whatever. I don't know how that necessarily works, but to transform, pretty much the same as both of them. We're going to flip the head up. There's his face. Actually, in this, we're just going to pull the feet straight down, and they do not separate, so it's just this flat bit here. And the arms come out to the sides. And there is Atomic Freeze in his robot mode, and he is gross. Look at that face. Look at that purple sludge, purple pink sludge, like running down his face, and he's just so happy and like, hee, I'm ready to do stuff. Ready to do stuff. I don't know what stuff, but I'm gonna do stuff. Not much detail on the feet, but it does make him look like he has a very skinny waist if you kind of look at him from a lower angle. It might be hard to see because of the shadow, but it's kind of funny. Articulation wise, he does have these hands, which they are on ball joints, but just like there's not room really for them to come up. They are on ball joints, which is different from those other two molds. So I don't know who are on hinges. So maybe this is much more than a retool, but maybe just like shared engineering stuff. But yeah, I like it. I like it. His head's kind of flat, though, I must say. That is a pretty flat head. It's all good. It's all good. But there is Atomic Freeze. Up next, we have Big Can Tuna, who is a spoiled can of tuna. And she is a big old sea monster or garbage monster, so any dumpster divers, beware. Beware the tales of the Big Can Tuna. That's basically all her personality is. Very nice though, a nice blue rim around the side of the can, nice detailing on the bottom of the can, as well as nice detailing on the top for like the lid, the peeled open lid, as well as this nice rotten fish head with the like light pink and the blue for the rotten bits and the gross yellow teeth and the solid black eye, and even the fin is nice there. And that's pretty much it for alt mode. So to transform, we're gonna, well, first things first, articulation-wise, I guess you can use the ball joint. I don't know how much the fish should be alive, but you can have the head that way or that way. I should probably like show it off better, like that. So either way works. Also, the bones on her neck are very nice. But to transform her, we're gonna lift the head up on the ball joint. We're gonna come down here, pull the legs down, and just rotate them on those ball joints so they're facing that way. They're facing that way. We'll come over here. We'll bend the arms down like so, and bend the arm down like so. rotate her head, and there's big Can Tuna in her robot mode. Very awkward body shape, but hey, she's like a sea monster, garbage monster type thing, so it's all good. Not much to show else because the only things really got revealed are the hands. So, but it looks like they might even have the 5mm ports. The 2.5mm ports, I think, is what their actual size is, and slightly smaller than 3mm. But I think she can actually hold stuff, which I haven't tried, but could be. I'll have to let you know. But anywho, articulation-wise, the head can rotate a full 360 and does do the up and down and a little bit of side to side just because of the ball joint being there. Arms can rotate a full 360 degrees. They've got this ball joint in the elbow and the shoulder, and I guess this is the elbow, so a ball joint here. But with the shape of the arms, it's kind of awkward. And you do have ball joints here for some leg articulation. Can bend forward and back, so pretty well articulated, surprisingly, for a BotBot. That is actually quite a nice range of articulation. I didn't even realize. That's cool. I mean, her shape's just awkward, and it makes it a bit difficult to use it all properly. But hey, you got some nice articulation right there. Some pretty nice articulation. So that's big Can Tuna for you. Up next we have, Grumpy Clumpy. He's an old geezer who's tired of those whippersnappers saying they're fresher than him, even though he's definitely an expired thing of carton. That's what the word is. Carton of milk with the straw. Like, how are you expecting the milk to be preserved if the top is open? Jeez, look at that green mold oozing from the top. Ew. And then back here we just have some details, red stripe and that and whatnot. I think this side looks a little cleaner, to be honest, just because these feet sticking out doesn't make it feel like it's complete. So I just kind of like showing that off, though there's less detail on the back. Sadly, those feet, they're not well hidden. The face is hidden, but the feet aren't. So I do admittedly like the look of this side better, though this one gets across the point more. But anyway, transformation, we are flipping the feet down. We're coming back here, folding the arms out, rotating them down into their robot mode position, and flipping the chest down. And there is Grumpy Clumpy in his robot mode. And look, he's very, very grumpy. He does have some clean details on his chest, some like circles and triangles and red and stripes and whatnot, red and blue stripes. Neat. And then the arms, pretty white, feet, pretty red. Not much new to say in robot mode. Articulation, though, he does have ball jointed arms, so 360 degree rotation, and they can do a little bit of back and forth. Feet can move that far forward before you start moving the chest forward. So you can do a couple of things there. And then there's Grumpy Clumpy. Up next, Holy Moldy, who tells a lot of lies. He tells as many lies as how much rottenness there is on him. And he gets offended when no one believes his tall tales, even though he lies so much. It's a very nice slab of cheese. Definitely eaten by probably some mouse rat trap. There's black splotches of that mold, and there's the bluer splotches for that other mold. But there's also some nice holes for it, so it's probably like a Swiss cheese type of a thing. But it's pretty neat all around, all considering. So for transformation, feet flip down, face panel flips down, arms pull out, and there's Grumpy Clumpy in robot mode, and he doesn't seem too thrilled about being like, ugh, what's that smell? It can't be me. Right? Arms have a little bit of gray paint from the gray face, and there's a little bit more blue on the chest to give them some robot-y details. Feet are pretty yellow, though. Articulation-wise, just 360 degree rotation. That's pretty much it. He does have difficulty standing because like the legs are so far back compared to the rest of his body, so I try to bring the feet back as far back as possible, and so he ends up looking up a little bit, but that usually gets him to stand. So it's not hard to get him to stand. It's just going to be annoying to get him to stand the first time around. Last but not least, is Sourwing, who is a rotten apple. Despite her name, she seems very sweet. However, she's probably just using you for her nefarious purposes. So bots have started to learn not to trust her so much, but, you know, her dares sound so fun. Yeah, green apple, nice little brown top there. Definitely corroded, eaten through. Look at that brownness there. And there's even a worm sticking out. There's even a worm. I want to know how that works, because the worm is a part of Sourwing, but the apple is also a part of Sourwing. So does that make her... How did that work? Did that just happen when she mutated, or was the worm just integrated into the apple when the energon mist came down to them all? I don't know. I'm curious, but I find that funny nonetheless. That's a nice little detail, nice molding, nice pink. No, the rest of the apple is admittedly a little plain. But anywho, transformation, incredibly simple. Open this up, there's Sourwing in her robot mode or beast mode or whatever. She's got a nice purple top right there, a little couple of spikes. Definitely looks vile, and look at those sharp teeth and that big pink tongue. But look at that cute little body. Look at those cute little legs. Look at those cute little arms. How could you not trust her? Oh yeah, that's right. She's tried to convince me to jump off a bridge 5 times. I'm not listening to you. My mother said, if all of your friends were jumping off a bridge, would you? And I would say no. But anyway, the eyes are also pretty neat. She's kind of squinting like, yeah, yes, my pretty fly, my pretty. I don't know, I get a lot of like vibes of Snow White going off just because poison apples and whatnot. And I was going to say the dragon, but that's Maleficent, so maybe not so many. Well, I don't know. Anyway, a lot of fun. Also, the stem here still sticks out of her head, and I like that. But yeah, that's all for Sourwing. Oh, sorry, articulation. There's a hinge to allow this to go in and out, and this is on a ball joint, so they can rotate. So you can do a few things, though the ratio between her body and those pieces, they're probably going to have to be in a position where they're like helping support her weight. But yeah. Oh, and also there's some nice detail on the inside of like probably the paths the worm has taken while it was eating the apple. So that's pretty neat. Hope you can see that well. You can see that? You can see those veiny things? Those are like the paths the worm took. So that's great. That's a nice touch. But again, to get her positioned, it's again mostly just making sure the wings are the right way so she can stand and balance, which sometimes is easy, sometimes it's not. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. You just gotta get her positioned correctly. There's always gotta be one problem bot in every team, I guess. But anywho, let's get on to the size comparisons. Here they are next to a couple of Micromasters and Battlemasters, a tiny Turbo Changer, a current Deluxe class and Voyager class figure, a not so current Legends class figure, and of course the channel's mascots Soundwave and Wheeljack. So yeah, these BotBots are quite fun. They're, again, stinky, very, very stinky, PU, but they're quite fun. All of them are new molds, and they're all very nice. I also appreciate that the 2 most monstrous ones are female. Yes, most people probably wouldn't expect that, and just trying to assume who's male, who's female. They might not have been on the female side. I do like it. I like the variety. I like the variety, and like, look at that, 2 monsters. A milkshake, milk and cheese. Well, technically they're all dairy, so there's not variety, but I mean, like, the molds are nice, the details are nice, the concept is definitely not one I would have expected for Team in the Mall, though it does make sense, but they don't have like a store per se as opposed to the other teams, except the Lost Bots, of course. But yeah, Spoiled Rottens, really great team, I think. But that's all I have to say for them, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Ko-fi link in the description down below. And you should also check out RDSJ Gaming, where I play video games with Alyssa, aka the Rational Dove, where we are currently going through Pokemon Coliseum together. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack's signing off.